So we're starting in Ardha Viparita Karani, half legs up the wall, but instead of a wall, we're using a chair. And what we were talking about is the chair has two sides. So if you have long legs, like me, you want to put your feet in from this direction. And if your legs are shorter and your heels are floating when you do it that direction, you can turn your chair around. And the chair is actually a little bit shorter the other direction. So it's a few minutes before class starts, so we'll just enjoy this pose. So while you're here, notice your breath. Notice the inhales and the exhales. Thank you. No, I'm fine. I didn't realize I had my mask on.
They kind of become a part of us.
Yes, they become a part of us so quickly. So begin to relax into the class, into the mat, into the floor, into Mother Earth. You can begin to count your breath. Count how many you can count for the inhale and for the exhale. Count inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you get to. It's very personal. And then count the exhale. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you get to, whatever number. And then you can try to make the inhales and the exhales a little more equal. And maybe let the exhales be a little bit longer than the inhales. So whatever number you get to on the exhales and the inhales, maybe make the exhales a little bit longer, 1 or 2 counts. Just enjoy the pose. Enjoy the grounding. And focus on the breath. If it serves you, you can put your hands on your belly and feel the breath coming in and out. Exhales a little longer than the inhales. Visamavriti breath. If your mind wanders, then come back to the breath. Just notice and observe. Now allow your breath to become equal, inhales and exhales. Bring movement to your fingers and toes. Allow your awareness to come back to this room. We'll start with a piriformis stretch. So take the right ankle over the left knee, and you can leave your foot back on the chair or bring it forward to make the stretch more intense. Flex both feet. You can experiment with bringing the knee toward you and away. And release and switch sides. The left ankle over right knee. Left foot is flexed. Right foot can be flexed too. And experiment with bringing the knee forward and back, the left knee. And release, both feet back onto the chair. Bring your right knee forward toward your hand, right hand to right knee, and press. Press the knee into the hand and the hand into the knee, into the thigh. I think I'm going to turn the recording off today. And release and switch to the other side. Left hand to left knee. Press the left knee into the hand and the left hand into the left knee. And release, both legs back onto the chair. And go back to the breath. This time we'll do cross body. So bring your right leg to your left hand, right thigh to left hand, and press, feeling the tension. and release. And right hand to left leg. And release. Bring your feet off of the chair, roll to the right side. And press up to seated. You can keep your chair there and come to your knees, arms and knees, and prayer hands on the chair. So your elbows are on the edge of the chair. Feel that nice stretch through the shoulders. Your head may be up, or you may let it drop. If you need a blanket under the knees, then go ahead and get that. And bring your hands back to the seat of the chair and push up. And move the chair out of the way for cat-cow. Inhale and exhale, lower the belly. Lift through the chest. On your exhale, lift up to cat, pushing through the hands. Inhale, cow, lower the belly, lift through the heart, look forward. Exhale, allow your gaze to go down, push through the shoulders, push the hands firmly onto the mat. And then let's come to a seated position. So find a blanket to sit on, or you can find 2 blocks in a blanket if you'd rather, or you can sit on your chair. The important part here is to remember that the knees need to be lower than the hips. So if you have very open hips, you may not need the blanket, you may not need the blocks. You can do a little adjustment while you're sitting here. You can take your hand under your sit bones and pull the flesh back. Lean forward and pull back. And take internal rotation on the thighs by grabbing your thigh and rotating in to give your sacrum a little more space. And first, let's just start with an intention for class today. Now, there's a lot of tension in the world right now, a lot of divided opinions. We want to make space for everyone, but we also want to hold true to our values. So think about what you need out of the class today. What got you to the mat? Peace, joy, connectedness. And then let's take an inhale and bring our arms overhead. Exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. And then one more time up. This time, let's take a twist to the left. Twisting from the belly, not from the neck. Inhale up. And exhale, twist the other direction. Inhale up. And twist back to the left. Inhale up. And twist back to the right. One more time to each side. Twisting from the belly. And up. And twisting to the right. And up. Bring your hands overhead again and grab the wrist. So grab your right wrist with your left hand and pull to the left. Feeling that expansion in both side bodies. So you feel it in the right side and the left side. Inhale up, grab your wrist and come to the other side, which would be the right. I'm right and left dyslexic, so you gotta excuse me. Makes it really easy to mirror though. Yeah, we all have that left and right issue. So why don't I be a yoga teacher? That's and hands down. Let's do a couple neck rolls in honor of Allison, who's not here today. Inhale and lift through the head like you're at the dollar store next door. If you were one of those little dolls that they stick the little thing right here, and then think about being pulled up by that little hook through the back of the head. A pleasant thought. But what I want is the chin to be pulled back and lifted through the crown of the head. So I'm not looking for this yet. I'm just looking for pull through the back of the head. And then exhale, bring your head forward. I tell you, we shouldn't be recording today. We'll see. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. I hope that crunch wasn't this audible on the inhale up. And this time mindfully, we'll bring our head back and extend so that we're gazing toward the ceiling. And inhale back to that neutral position, like we're the dollar store doll with the hook through the head. So come off of whatever you're sitting on. And we'll do a couple cat cows because that's what my paper says here and it didn't say it before. So we're gonna inhale, lower the belly, exhale to cat. Inhale and lower the belly. Look forward, exhale, push through the hands, push the shoulder blades up. Cat. And then back to neutral spine. This time, let's take the right leg and push back to stretch out the toes. Feeling that tension in the back of the leg and release. And then the other leg, the left leg, stretch through the toes and release. This time when we bring the right leg back, bring the left arm forward and then up to bird dog. And release. And then the other side, bring the left leg back, the right arm up. And release. And then find your position for child's pose. So you may want to bring your knees wider to give space for the belly. And stretch the arms out long, bringing the hips back toward the feet. You can walk the hands to the right, feeling that stretch through both side bodies. I don't want you to crunch up the left side body, the right side body when you're walking the hands to the right. And then back through center and over to the left. Being mindful of both side bodies. And then back to the center. And then come back up to tabletop position. You can readjust the knees. And from here, you can either do a down dog to come up to standing or come up to standing however you feel like is best serves your body. So if you were going to use the down dog to come up, take your hands one palm print in front of your shoulders and then push through the heels and lift the buttocks. And then you can stay here for a breath or two, or you can immediately begin walking your hands backward and your feet forward until you're in Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale halfway up, so your back is like a number 7. Exhale and fold. Inhale all the way up. And bring your hands to heart center. Very nice. So let's start with some sun salutations. Make sure all 4 feet of your chair are on the mat. Like the 4 corners of your feet are on the mat and the 4 corners of your chair are on the mat. Stand about 6 inches behind the chair. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale and fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale and fold. Step back to plank. You can stay here or you can pull through to up dog. Push back to down dog. And breathe. 1, 2, 3, even inhales and exhales. And then step forward, forward fold. Inhale halfway up, exhale and fold, and inhale all the way up. So let's do that one more time. Let's do it actually a couple more times. Inhale, arms all the way up, exhale and fold. Inhale halfway up, exhale and fold. Uttanasana, step back to your plank. Pull through to up dog if you want to, or stay in plank, and then push back to down dog. Take 3 breaths here, and you can step or hop forward. Forward fold, inhale halfway up, exhale and fold, and inhale all the way up. So this next one, let's give it a lot of energy. Inhale, arms overhead, exhale and fold. Inhale halfway up, exhale and fold. Step back to plank, pull through to up dog, push back to down dog, and then hop or step forward forward fold, inhale halfway up, exhale and fold, inhale all the way up, and hands to heart center. So the next pose I'd like to do, if you have a wall or a chair, or something that you can lean against behind you, you can have the wall, or just if you have the bed there, you could stand with your back to that. Stand firmly on both feet. Lift your right leg up and place it on the chair. If you don't need the wall, then that's fine. We just want to have it there just in case. You should feel this through the hamstring. So flex the foot that's on the chair. So this is Padangustasana, Asta Padangustasana. It is, no, it's when you stand on the floor, or it's when you lay on the floor and take, except I don't think I can get up into it. Yeah, when you lift your leg and you can lift it out, but we'll just do straight ahead and then down. I don't know what the hand to big toe pose. Yeah, I think there's different names for it. So now the left foot up on the chair, flex the foot. We need a little hamstring stretch in here, is why I threw it in. I don't have the balance to grab my big toe and do that. Well, this might be a way to do it. And you can also, if you want to, you can take a block and make it a little higher. You can put your foot up on the back of the chair to make it even higher. And then I can almost grab my toe, and now you can see a more full, yeah. Yeah. Hey, all right. Patty got her leg around. So, yeah, awesome. Thank you. Patty likes that. Well, let's go to the lunge on the chair. So bring your chair back forward. Step up with your right foot onto the chair and push forward to lunge. So this is a lunge that you don't have to be on your knees. It gets a little deeper into the hip flexors. And you can bring your arms overhead. You can play with your arms while you're here if you want. Yeah, it is good for balance. And release. And we have another side. You can bring your arms up, or you can keep them on your hips. You can put a little arch into your back. And up. Yep, you could do twist. And release. And now we're going to do warrior 2 on this in the same way. So stand, everyone face the back wall. Take your right foot and put it up onto the, okay, your face, right foot? Okay, yeah, back to the dyslexia. Onto the chair, and we can bring the arms out into warrior 2 position. So this gets into the hips a little bit differently. So this is our chair yoga class. It's not really a chair yoga class. It's using the chair as a prop. Good. Patty said she likes it. Yeah. And release. And now everyone face the front of the room. Put your other leg up into the chair, other foot on the chair, and stretch. Gaze over the middle finger. And release. Bring your chair to the side. So that you have two, let's see, I'm gonna do it this way so that you can see what I'm doing. Let me demonstrate first and then we'll start in warrior two with, let's see, with the leg that's away from the chair forward. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, Trikonasana. And then we'll come forward into Ardha Chandrasana. So start with warrior two. With the leg, the foot that's away from the chair is forward, right? Bend the front knee. Make sure that the front knee doesn't go over the ankle. And the knee should come in line with the middle toe. Bring your left hand down to the seat of the chair and right hand overhead as you straighten the front leg. For Trikonasana, triangle pose. I've turned myself away from the camera now. Oops. Sorry about that. And then bring your top hand down to the back, the seat of the chair. You can scoot the chair forward a little bit if you'd like. Bend the front knee and lift into Ardha Chandrasana. So half moon pose. And you can stay here as long as you'd like. And when you're ready to come out, lower the back leg, bend the front knee, and come back up to warrior two. And then I'm going to move my chair around so that I'm not facing away from the camera. Stand with the front foot is away from the chair. The back foot is, yeah. You may want to have your chair on the mat. So do it sideways like Sarah. I was just doing it sideways so that you can see what I'm doing. So do it like this. So you want to have at least two legs of the chair on your mat. So turn your chair. Yeah, that's right. And then step forward, step into, there you go. So we want to have two legs of the chair on the mat so that it doesn't fly away from us. Because sometimes some of these chairs can be kind of slippery. So warrior two, bend through the front knee, straight back leg. The back foot is at an angle, forward just a little bit. Relax the shoulders, gaze over the middle finger, and then bring your front hand down to the chair seat and straighten the front leg. Lift up through the, you're doing reverse triangle, so do the other direction. There you go. And then bring your top hand comes down to the back of the chair seat, And then if you need to scoot forward a little bit, if you can keep your chair on the mat, you can. and then lift the back leg to Ardha Chandrasana. And if you want to, you can play with it here. You could bring your forearm down to the chair seat. You could lift the hand. And then to come out of the pose, just lower the back leg and you're back into warrior two. Use your arms to windmill up. Beautiful. Turn both feet toward the front of the room or the back of the room, whichever direction you're facing. We're all facing different ways. It's okay. Prasarita Padottanasana. So pigeon toe the toes just a little bit. Wide-legged forward fold. Exhale as you come forward. And you can use your chair here if you'd like to rest your head on the chair, on your arms. Resting your head on something is very grounding. And then allow your hands to get light. Inhale as you come up, hands to hips. And hands to heart center. Namaste. And then you can step or hop your feet together. Hopping is good for the pelvic floor. So we try to do a lot of hopping in here. Bring your chair back to the front of the mat. So the seat is facing you. Stand about 6 inches behind the chair and step back with your left foot to warrior one. So this time your foot is more angled toward the front of the mat. Arms overhead, bent front knee. We have the shoulders toward the front of the room. We're not worried about the hips. And then bring your hands down to the seat of the chair and straighten the front leg for pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana. Go back to your breath while you're here. You might even start counting the inhales and exhales again. You can make the exhales longer than the inhales. Lift your kneecap and engage the leg, both legs. Notice that expansion to the side body. And then allow the front leg to bend and come forward. Lift the back leg, Vira 3, warrior 3. And if you want to play while you're here, you could bring your hands to the back of the chair or you could lift your hands. And then allow the back foot to come even with the front foot so that you're in forward fold. Inhale halfway up, exhale and fold, and inhale all the way up. Hands to heart center. And we have another side. So step back with your other foot, so with the right foot, to warrior one. Arms overhead, bend in the front knee. Back foot at an angle with the mat. And fold forward, straightening the front leg. Pyramid pose, hands on the seat of the chair. And go back to your breath. Inhaling and exhaling equally, or maybe the exhales are a little longer than the inhales. If you feel discomfort, you can label it with a color. And allow it to become smaller or larger. Just noticing. And then bring the weight to the front foot, bend the front knee, and bring your back foot forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale and fold. And inhale all the way up. And hands to heart center. Let's see. We have plenty of time today because we started 10 minutes early. What? Oh, we forgot Warrior 3. Oh my goodness. Thank you for reminding me. Sarah. So step back to Warrior 1. Step back with your right foot. Bring your hands to the seat of the chair and come up to Warrior 3. I totally missed it. We would have been walking around uneven all day. And release the feet together. Inhale, forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and fold. And inhale all the way up. And hands to heart center. Thank you for that. Yeah. This is a good way to do Warrior 3. It's very accessible to most people. So bring your chair. I'm going to turn my chair sideways so that you can see what I'm doing, hopefully. And stand beside your chair. Take your foot next to the chair over. We're not going to worry too much. Let's see, have your blocks ready. Forgot about that. Have a couple blocks. And lift your the foot next to the chair up onto the chair. And then fold forward, and you can use your blocks here. You can stack them double high to put your hands on them, or you can stack them down. You can put your hands to the floor, but I can't quite. I think this is a good place for me to stop. So we're in lizard lunge. Notice that you have right angles at the knee, right angle at the hip, hopefully. That depends on the chair. And go back to the breath. Anytime you're in a pose that you need to hold, I want you to go back to the breath. Inhales and exhales. Counting the breath. Make sure that your legs are both active. Lift the kneecaps. And then to come out of the pose, put your hands up onto the seat of the chair. And then maybe your hands up onto your knee and raise up and release. And I'm going to just turn my chair around to the other side. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. And no judgment if you need a different level of block on this side. You can start with the blocks up high with double stacked and maybe come down. And I have arthritis in this hip, so I'm not going to make it as low as on the other side. So I'm just fine with that. So notice the inhales and the exhales. Notice the length in both side bodies. Both sides of the torso are long. You might feel this in the hamstring of the standing leg. Engage the leg, lift the kneecap, strength. Strengthen that leg and ease as we fold forward. And then to come out of the pose, bring your hands up to the seat of the chair, and then your hands up to your knee. And then release the leg down. And hands to heart center. Malasana. We'll bring the chair around. And I'll actually let you sit on the chair. Take your blocks, and you can have them on any level. You could even have them up on the highest level, but we'll start with the lowest level and have them angled out a little bit. So you're sitting on the edge of the chair, and bring your elbows to the inside of your knees. And if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can take the blocks and set them up a little higher. And I've even seen people take them up on the highest level. So normally, if this were not COVID times, we would have multiple blocks here and we would stack them, but we do what we have to do with COVID.
I like this one.
You like this one?
Is this where you're usually squatting?
Yeah.
Oh,
So we are squatting.
I know, but I mean like
Yeah.
on the ground.
Yeah, this is where you're usually squatting on the ground. Sarah's asking. So my hip doesn't like Malasana anymore. It doesn't like to squat because of arthritis. So this is one that I can actually do pain-free. And then to come out of the pose, very carefully lower your feet to the floor and remove the blocks. Let's do a stretch here. Inhale, arms overhead, and exhale and twist to the left. You can use the back of the chair if you'd like. And inhale, arms overhead, and twist to the other side. And inhale, arms overhead. And then mindfully stand up. And oh, I don't think we did any shoulder opening. Find your strap. I hate to tell people to have props and then not use them. And I like to hold the strap end that has the buckle so I don't hit the floor. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. And if you'd like, you can come further back, let your hands go further apart on the strap, and open up all the way back. Or you can just stay at the top. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Find your chair, and we'll do a couple of slow sun salutations to wind down. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and fold. Step back to plank. Pull forward to up dog. Push back to down dog. Count your breath. 3 good long breaths here. And then step forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and fold. Inhale all the way up. And hands to heart center. And one last sun salutation. Inhale all the way up. Exhale and fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale and fold. This time just step back to down dog. Really feel that extension through both sides of the torso. Engage both of your knees. Lift the kneecaps to engage the thighs. And from here, you can either stand up and lower yourself to the floor for seated, or you can lower your knees right where you're at. And we're back on the mat. I swear that clock doesn't, the hand like instantly goes from 1 to 3, because I always think I have extra time and then I don't. So bring your legs wide. You can do that adjustment with, I'm gonna go this way so you can see me. Bring your legs wide. You can do that adjustment where you pull the flesh from your buttocks and internally rotate the thighs. And then come to forward fold. Use your chair to put your head. I'm thinking of what to do next, because this obviously, we're not going to do all of this. And then inhale as you straighten your back. And then mindfully bring the feet in and move your chair off to the side. Come down on your back. Bring your feet as wide as the mat. Do a couple windshield wipers here. So arms out to the side, feet as wide as the mat. Inhale, center, exhale, lower to the left. Inhale, center, exhale, lower to the right. And do this with your own breath a few more times. And then when you're even, you can come back to center. And if you'd like to take a happy baby here, or a half happy baby, you can have ankle over knee and reach for the outside of your foot. And then the other side. And you can do both feet at once and rock the baby. Bring your feet together. If you have your blocks handy, you can put your blocks under the knees. Bring your feet together and knees out to the side. Cobbler's pose. Supta Baddha Konasana. Use your hands to bring your knees back together. And then we have options for Shavasana. You can lay in just a regular Shavasana, or you can have legs up the wall, or legs in the chair, like we started the class. I am turning the lights down and they're not doing anything. So find your Shavasana. Lay with your legs in the chair or up a wall, or on the floor with knees bent or knees straight. Go back to the breath, counting the inhales and the exhales. Close your eyes. Turn your attention inward and have the intention to completely relax. Be effortless. Become aware of your body. Be aware of the space that your body occupies. Now move your awareness to the top of the head. Have the intention to completely and deeply relax the crown of your head and scalp. Be effortless. Feel your scalp, the crown of your head, deeply relax. Feel your forehead relaxing, your face. Relax the back of your head. Relax your neck, your throat. Relax your shoulders, upper back, your chest. Relax. Feel effortlessness around your physical heart. Feel it beating slowly and calmly. Relax your abdominal organs, your lower back, your hips. Relax your legs and your feet. Sense your whole body completely relaxed. Bring your attention to your abdomen. Notice that as your body breathes in, your abdomen moves away from your spine. As your body breathes out, your abdomen moves toward your spine. Be aware of your abdomen moving on the flow of your breath. Don't force or try to shape your breath. Just be aware of your abdomen and sense it moving effortlessly. Be aware of your abdomen moving on the natural flow of your breath. Allow your mind to settle and to become more and more absorbed in the rhythm of your breath. Be effortless and aware of your breath by feeling your abdomen move. Gradually notice that your breath is a perfect reflection of your mind. As your mind becomes increasingly quiet, your breath becomes more balanced, quieter, and more subtle. Continue to watch your breath. As you continue to watch your breath, notice that at the top of the inhale and the bottom of the exhale, there might be a pause, a gap, a place of space. In this pause, you find yourself. You are a miraculous being. Gradually notice that your breath is a perfect reflection of your mind. As your mind becomes increasingly quiet, your breath becomes more balanced, quieter, and more subtle. Continue to count your breath, letting the exhales be slightly longer than the inhales. Begin to bring movement to your fingers and toes. We're all in a little different position, but however it serves your body, you can roll to the right side or the left. Use your hands to push yourself up into a gentle seated position. Hands to heart center. I share my light with you and I see the light in all of you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you. Just leave them and I'll have to clean them. So.
Thank you.
Hi, Michelle. Thank you. How did it go?
Really good. That was
Good.
really-
Good.
I'll see you
Good.
next week.
Okay, I'll see you next week.